Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice geometric problem, and in this video we are going to solve, or we are going to find the side of the squares. So you know that the length of all the sides of the square are same, so that here we have the length of this side is x. So it means that the length of this whole side is also x, and the length of this whole side is also x. So that here you see that we have the radius of this circle is 2, and you know that all the radius of the circle is same. So if the radius of this one is 2, so the value of this radius is also 2, and here it will becomes another square. So if the value of this line segment is 2, so the value of this line segment is also 2, and similarly the value of this line segment is also 2. And here you see that the value of the line segment is 2 and the length of the whole line segment is x, so that the length of this part will becomes, if you can take the difference between 2 and x, then you will get the length of this side, so that the length of this part is equals to x minus 2. And here you know that if we will draw two tangent in a circle, then these tangents are congruent to each other. So here you see that if we have this circle, then we can draw these two tangents. So the one tangent is this one and the other tangent is this line segment. So if the value of this part is x minus 2, so according to this law, these two tangents are congruent. So if the value of this tangent is x minus 2, so the value of this part is also x minus 2. And similarly, here you see that the whole length of this side of square is also x, and you see that the length of this line segment is 2 and the length of this line segment is 1. So now first we can find the length of this line segment. So here you see that total is x, and when you can subtract the total length by 2 plus 1 3, then you can get the length of this part. So the length of this part is x minus 3. And here again you see that here again we have two tangents on this circle. So the one tangent is x minus 3 and the other tangent is this line. So if the value of this line segment is x minus 3, so the value of this line segment is also x minus 3 according to the this law of tangent. So now you can see here we have x minus 3 be the value of this part, and now if we can find the value of this line segment, where I can start from this and ending from this, now we can find the value of this line segment. And here you see that the value of this line segment is x minus 3 and the value of this line segment is 2. So now in order to find the value of this whole line segment, then you can just add these two values. So when you can add x minus 3 plus 2, then you will get here x minus 1. So x minus 1 be the value of this line segment. And now you can see that, and now you can see here if the value of this line segment is x minus 3 and the value of this line segment is x minus 2, so the value of this whole line segment is we can find by adding these two values. So when you can add x minus 3 and x minus 2, then you will obtain here the value of this line segment is 2x minus 5. So now in order to find the value of x, then you can just focus on this right triangle. So I can draw this right triangle another way or another side, so that you can clear all the values of this right triangle. So now you can see here the value of this side of right triangle is x minus 1, so I can draw here. So this is x minus 1, and the value of the downside of the right triangle is x, so I can write here this x, and the value of its hypotenuse is 2x minus 5. I can find here and I can write it here. So now I can just solve this nice right triangle, and we will find the value of x. So you know that the Pythagoras theorem is base square plus perpendicular square is equals to hypotenuse square. So the base is here is x, so that it will becomes x square, and the perpendicular is x minus 1 square, and hypotenuse is 2x minus 5 square. So now you can solve this nice quadratic equation, and you can find the value of x. So that here first you can open the square of this term, and you get x square plus 1 minus 2x, and now you can open this square and you get 4x square plus 25 minus here you have 20x. So now you can simplify the terms, and you can move all the terms in the left hand side, and you get here x square plus x square will becomes 2x square, and here you have minus 2x, and this is plus 1. And now we move this 4x square in the left hand side, and you get minus 4x square, and you move 25 in the left hand side, and you get minus 25, and you move minus 20x in the left hand side, and you get 20x, and this whole equation is equals to 0. And now you can simplify the terms, and here you have 2x square minus 4x square is equals to minus 2x square, and here you have minus 2x plus 20x is equals to plus 18x, and 1 minus 25 is equals to minus 24 is equals to 0. And here you see that minus 2 be the common term, so that we will divide minus 2 on each of the term on both of the sides, and you can obtain here x square plus 9x minus 12 is equals to 0. So this will becomes the quadratic equation, and now we will solve this quadratic equation. So here you see that the value of a is equals to 1, b is equals to 9, and c is equals to minus 12, and our quadratic formula is minus b plus minus b squared minus 4 times of ac square root over 2 times of a. And now we will put all the values of a, b and c in this nice quadratic formula, and after simplification you will get the value of x is equals to minus 9. So here you see that when we divide this term by minus 2, then you will get here minus 9, and you will get here plus 12. So this is minus 9 and plus 12, and now we can put all the values in this formula, and you get 9 plus minus 33 square root over 2. So now we can break the terms, and you get 9 plus 33 square root over 2 and 9 minus 33 square root over 2. So by using the calculator you will easily find the value of this expression, which is 7.37, and the value of this expression is 1.63. This is approximate values. So here you see that this is the lowest value, so that we will rejected this value, and we can just proceed here the supreme value. Okay, so finally we have x is equals to 7.37 be the side of this triangle. So we have the value of x is equals to 7.37, and this is the our final answer of this question. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.